है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके, मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
अभी आपकी टप के ना समय की पुकार, तो अभी समय की पुकार आप विशेष महान आत्माओं के प्रति यही है कि अभी फरिश्ता अर्थात अलौकिक जीवन स्वरूप में दिखाई दे। क्या ये हो सकता है? हो सकता है, हो सकता है। टीचर्स बोलो, हो सकता है। कब होगा? हो सकता है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है ना। कब होगा? 1 साल चाहिए, 2000 पूरा हो जाए, चाहिए 1 साल चाहिए कि नहीं? जो समझते हैं कुछ समय तो चाहिए। चलो 1 साल नहीं, 6 मास नहीं तो 3 मास चाहिए, चाहिए। इसमें हाथ नहीं उठाते। आपका स्लोगन क्या है? क्या है स्लोगन? याद है क्या? अब नहीं तो कब नहीं, है ये स्लोगन? है? किसका स्लोगन है ये? ब्राह्मणों का है या देवताओं का है? ब्राह्मणों का ही है ना। तो इस नई सदी में बाप दादा ये चाहते हैं देखने कुछ भी हो जाए, लेकिन अलौकिकता नहीं जाए। इसके लिए सिर्फ 4 शब्दों का अटेंशन रखना पड़ी। वो क्या? एक बात नहीं है, बात है पुरानी, रिवाइज करा रही।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Become full of the treasure of happiness. Have the fortune of happiness, and be happy and cheerful. Feed Dil Kush Toli. At every second, whatever thought you have or action you perform, let each action and every thought be one that gives congratulations. Whoever you meet, or whoever is living with you. Always continue to give them happiness and feed them Dil Kush Toli. Constantly continue to dance with happiness in your mind and in service. Continue to share the treasures of happiness. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's date 29. Become full of the treasure of happiness. Have the fortune of happiness and be happy and cheerful. Today's topic, Feed Dilkhush Toli. So now we will listen to Mohini Didi, and then today we have special chit chat with our dear brother Ken and Mohini Didi. So please be with us. It will be a wonderful session. So now let's listen to Didi first.
Om Shanti. Is everyone happy? Imperishable happiness, right? Receiving anything we receive makes us happy. But to remain happy all the time, for imperishable happiness, when we distribute happiness, receiving and sharing with others. So first I receive, I am very happy. When people go to pilgrimage places, they bring little bit what they call as holy food, prasad. And when they reach home, they give little to so many people. I remember that some of us are fortunate to able to go on stage when Baba was there, or even now. So we get tolis, sweet, salty. So then they give us a Ziploc and plastic bag. So I put everything in there. And as soon as I come home, he said, give. Yeah. I have brought for all of you. So those who help and all that, so everyone takes a piece, and I feel happy. Receiving any kind, I am talking of not for anything what you're receiving. And it's also fortune that you could share with others. Everyone can't. So first you are happy, but then as many you can share. And for that, it has to be your fortune. I give you example that in our hearts we are happy because we want to see everyone happy. Well-being of everyone should be okay. Their mind should be happy, body should be healthy, relationships should be good. But for that, sharing is important. Why I said it's the fortune. I find anything I get little help. I remember that it's few years ago, there was couples retreat and one sister came and she was so much after me. I want to teach you some exercise. I really want to teach you. I said, but I don't have time. But she didn't give up. So I said, okay, I will learn. Some posture she felt could help me a lot. So I said, okay, I will learn. Very simple. And so even now, She comes on Zoom, and we have twice a week, whosoever wants to join to do those postures. Now, when I learned, everyone came to know. So it became so popular. Now, everyone until now, they are doing it, some on their own, some on Zoom, some. I feel so happy that, and then I remind myself, but I have also to do, right? Others are doing anyway. Simple breathing exercises, certain things, because these days the elements are very tamoguni. So the food we eat, whatever you eat, whether organic, whether this or that, but still elements are tamoguni, right? So body needs certain things, So receiving brings happiness. But if it gets shared, anything, whether it's your churning, which could help, whether it's your cheerful face, whether you looking very well, let's say sharing, receiving, and then share. Mhm. So happiness is very much connected into first I receive and then I distribute. So that's what Baba is giving us a signal, and homework for tomorrow is that we should distribute. Baba is using word dil khush toli. So you receive, then you eat and also share with others. At every second, not a minute. How many seconds in the minute? 60, right? So how many thoughts come in 1 second? Whatever thought you have or action you perform, let each action and every thought be one that gives congratulations. How did it happen? Why are you doing this, children, this, children? That can be after. First you say, congratulations, vadai. Whoever you meet or whoever is living with you, always continue to give them happiness and feed them dil khush toli. If we are 5 members, 10 members, even if one is not happy, the whole energy is not of happiness. So we make sure that everyone is happy. So Baba says constantly continue to dance with happiness in your mind. And Baba had been telling that happiness is kind of nourishment. It's like a diet. So if everyone is happy, continue to dance with happiness in your mind, and in service, continue to share the treasure of happiness. No one around us should be sad. So what we do? So we know that what will make this person happy, right? Like I find that if you give respect, respect will increase the self-respect of that person. Whenever I see someone is little down, because self-respect is down. So you respect, look, what you did was so good, and this is your specialty, and so you see change, because self-respect. Our giving respect is increasing their self-respect. So I feel happy, right? That's become like dil khush toli. So there are many, many little ways within the family. Anyone, because of anything, they're that day energy is little bit low or confused, or just talk of the speciality of that soul. We heard that Mama, some complaint comes, or Mama always says to that soul, you are so good in doing this. This gives the whole list, and in the end says, just pay more attention to this. Never says you are lacking this, you have this, never, never. Because that's not what she wants to share. And that's not what that soul wants to hear. So I think that this is very, very important to see that we all are happy. Not only I am happy, I don't care. Very simple thing. One is doing something. Do you need help? You are passing from there. Makes them happy. Somebody at least offered help. When I have to eat lunch on it, there are 5 people around. Have you eaten? Have you eaten? Even people say, why you have to ask? They eat anyway whenever. I say, but that's my habit. When I came to England, Dr. Nimla was there and I came. So when I am making tea, I asked, do you want tea? Do you want? Doctor said, this is England. So I say, what is in England? You have to make your tea and drink it. So I said, I can't do it. And I told her, I won't change. I will still keep my culture and my habit that whenever teapot has to be there, why not? If I have to make for myself, I can make for 3 more. She said, then you will keep making tea. So I said, okay, people will call me tea maker. That's good too. Chaiwala. Chaiwala also became prime minister, right? So I'm just giving example that sharing with others and seeing, that's giving happiness, no? It's not only thoughts, but also in actions. Happiness in every thought and action. So I'm giving little examples of. I always think about everyone whenever, for anything. In Madhuban, Shantivan, I find out that this is good and we can get it. So I said, okay, regional meeting is happening. Let's get for everyone. So we brought suitcases full for you. You will say what? We won't tell you now. Right? On day of gift, we give you. All the way from Shantivan. So always have pure thought of sharing in thought and action both, right? Okay, welcome, Brother Ken. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti Didi. I was this afternoon, I was having to sort out a particular situation. And you mentioned now Dilkush. The one who introduced me to Dilkush Toli was Daddy Ji. And so I was remembering both Daddy Ji and Daddy Janki. How would they treat a particular situation? They would always be soft and loving, because it seems, as you're saying, when you remind people of their motives to be happy, they'll probably be happy. But if you remind them of their defects, they will not be happy. So you're giving sorrow and you'll get sorrow back. So, and then you mentioned Mama and the question of purity. And what's the connection with, Baba says, purity is the mother of peace and happiness. What's the real connection between purity and happiness in that case, keeping Mama in mind?
Because impurity causes or emerges lot of traces or what we call as progeny of vices. I mean, very subtly think comparison or jealousy, getting disappointed quickly, getting confused quickly, getting discouraged quickly, all these little traces emerge. So when there is purity, you have completely top self-respect. In purity, you are in self-respect. When there is little impurity, you start feeling low into your self-respect, like you are not completely aware of that. So I feel that purity, one is conqueror of vices, other is conqueror of sinful actions. It could be victory over our weaknesses. I mean, all that comes in purity. Sometimes we think purity is only 5 vices, but we don't realize there is a big progeny of each vice. I remember when Mama once, I just had come in Gyan, Mama said, jealousy is the part of the first vice, lust. So I said, there are majority of people have jealousy, right? Little bit, if not more. That means there is lust. And then as we grow in knowledge and purity, we realize it's true. Because why you are jealous of someone? If someone is fortunate or gets something, and you immediately think, why not me, why this one is getting. So as Brother Ken is saying, it's true. That is very, very important. If we want to be ever happy, mind has to be innocent. I'm saying word innocent. Like intellect has to be innocent from desires and ignorant of desires, what we say. So we look at our mind and intellect and not alone. Because what happens, like there are certain person, their moods change a lot. So you don't know what mood this person will be now. Yesterday was different, morning was different. So you are very careful to talk because you don't want aggravation of any kind. So one time that person decided to help me to understand why you are so drastic into what you are now. After a few hours, I'm doing this, I'm not doing it. Immediately I'm doing it, I'm going and I'm not going. But what is happening here? And then she said, because her experience in the Lokik family or Lokik circumstances created this habit. But I said, we need to change that now, no? I cannot allow to be operated by the battery of sanskars, right? Sanskars have battery, they push it. And they push then my mood, my habit, they all come now. We have to close it and just pay more attention on our thoughts, that they are completely clean, selfless, very authentic, very, quality of thoughts. Then automatically quality of purity has increased. So you will be stable.
There's obviously a connection between what happens around us and what happens inside of us. And of course, if we're not attentive, the outside world can have more influence on the soul than the soul has on the outside world. Today I was experiencing with something, I think, quite like in meditation. I was going because we were thinking about Baba as the father. And my feeling was that first of all, the senses were leaving the objects of the senses. Then I had the feeling that the mind could leave the senses. So the senses leaving the objects, so less influence from the world. Then the mind leaving the senses, so it's not operating the senses, and the connection between the senses and sanskars is very, very deep, right? And then the last state that I couldn't hold for very long, so the senses leave the objects, the mind leaves the senses, and then the soul leaves the mind, the thinking, and goes into experience. So I was, that's the sort of stage. And in those few moments that I could just disconnect the mind and just go into the pure experience, it was an experience of total happiness. So, is that a good way to practice meditation? What do you think? Just it's part of withdrawing, right?
That is the first power, no, is power to withdraw. When we start learning Raj Yoga or any meditation, first thing they say, withdraw. Withdraw from your sense organs, withdraw then even from your mind and intellect. But I when you are saying this, what's coming in my mind, of course, thoughts are important, but intellect makes discern and decide. And if I have a thought, it's all right. But when I'm deciding something, judging something, it has to really be completely pure, based on purity. Because power, what happens that, as you said, outside situation, company, people who lives with me, certainly there is influence. But I should be very careful when I discern, not influenced by anything. Because that attention of, I'm not deciding based on any information or any influence, but based on Baba's remembrance or meditation, I use intellect to discern and also to decide. So I think as much attention we pay to the mind, and then we are happy, that much attention we need to pay to intellect also. So that whenever I have to discern, as I said, that the gift I am giving after discern to help person to decide. And these days there are many, many souls, they not only give information, but they say, you help them to decide, right? So we also have to pay attention a lot. How did I discern and how I am deciding, which will help that souls. And success is something, if I decided, do something, and I'm successful, there is a lot of happiness. And every day now, many, many souls are realizing that they have to see their life in such a way that whatever years are left for the body, whatever years are left, I want to use it for Baba's service. I want to be just Baba's surrendered child. So how do we help that soul? So it's deciding about, they have a house, they have a job, they have a family, how do we help so that this soul figures out, does it, and is constantly very, very happy. So as much attention is on the thoughts, that much attention has to be on the intellect too.
So I was playing around with the idea of when you were talking, I remembered that I had been playing around with the idea of the 3 dots. And you were saying about how body and mind and wealth, they come in relationships. That would be the possible source of any obstacle or difficulty. It will be either body, mind, wealth, or relationships. That's the field of karmic accounts, right? Those 4 things. And so Baba says we have to make drama into a dot. And, so here I am, the soul. Here's Baba. And suddenly in between there's an event that comes from body, mind, wealth, and it becomes big. And I'm not seeing Baba anymore. I'm just seeing the event. So what's your yukti to reduce the size of events so that it's not an obstacle between you and Baba?
Baba always says, I help myself. Either if situation will be in your mind or Baba. So I have choice. No, Baba said, baat man mein ya baap man mein. Oh, so now I'm thinking again of situation. So there won't be Baba. So I start remembering Baba, then situation like a dot. So I think that even few versions of Baba, if we remember at right time from knowledge, like Brahma Baba, anything happen, whatever happened, he will always say, nothing new. Because for him it was very firm that what happened last Kalpa, happening now, and it will happen again. So because of understanding of nothing new, he was able to have all three dots, Baba, myself, and then drama is support, like third dot, not question mark, right? So I think that practice of just bring Baba, that dot more and more. More you bring that dot, then drama also becomes a dot. Even drama is not a dot actually. It should be, right? But always comes up. This one said that this happened, this happened. Lot of things because it happened last year. So I'm deciding now because there's still sorrow there. So I'm deciding based on that. Couldn't apply drama. And there must be some benefit, right? So applying drama means seeing the benefit. It's accurate. It had to happen. It happened. Let me go. Let go. So using all these points will help us that drama is not obstacle, no obstacle, but it's a support. And it is good to have friendship with drama. Drama should be happy with us too. If we don't trust drama, then it plays differently. You know that drama listens also, right? That's why Dari Janki, you say drama. Ma is mother, right? Baba is father and Brahma, drama is mother. They are like mother, father together. So no obstacle.
So it's really a question of putting Baba between you and what does that really mean? Put Baba between you and others and between you and a situation. Is that what you're saying?
Let's say somebody comes to talk about their personal situation or a problem. Now, I can only help by giving points, but when it comes to power, now they have to have power of yoga to destroy. So really, how can I help a soul if it's their karmas? It's only Baba can help, right? So what I do, instead of I am listening, I say to Baba, Baba, listen. Baba, listen to this soul. And whenever I do, that soul gets help and things get done. Whenever I think, now I am going to help, sometimes I forget to bring Baba. Then I keep thinking. And then after thinking, I say, why I am thinking I have to give to Baba. But if I would have done that before, then I won't do it after. And same is that, after all, in this whole universe, so much is happening, all that. He's the creator, right, Baba? Every day, if you think of his qualities of purifier and liberator and guide, and so he's the one who really guides the whole universe. So we have to keep bringing Baba between a situation. Let's say certain behavior of certain soul, not pleasant. Even if I help, I explain, I always say, Baba, please do something with this soul's intellect. This is the way my good wishes are that I hope the intellect of this person just works in the right way. So what happened today or yesterday, we had a big meeting in Madhuban, And for me, it was midnight. So generally, I just tell one other soul, this is what my proposals are. So you speak on my behalf. So Bhumi then said, oh, I was just saying, let the intellect be touched and everything gets sorted out. So it's like you come to Baba. Like people will pray, but we remember him and bring him. And things did work out. There were a lot of big issues, not little. And everyone really tries to say whatever they feel is right. But ultimately what is right has to be right, right? So I think it's really important to give it to Baba. And that way my intellect also not keep changing to whatever we decide, then we say Baba will make it happen, Rama will make it happen. So this way at least we can remain not only sound, but our concentration to take care of another next thing, another thing. Otherwise we could get really stuck with keep thinking about that issue with some. But why we waste our thoughts, no? Let's keep the treasure of good thoughts and let Rama and Baba take care of it.
Today I was also having the experience that how would my intellect be, because we were thinking about inner harmonization, the harmonization within the self. That was the topic today. And I was experimenting with this idea that, okay, if I am not in charge of myself, but Baba's influencing directly my intellect, so that pure energy from Baba's flowing into the intellect. So I'm not in charge anymore. The ego, Ken is not in charge, but Baba's taking the intellect. What happens, I was feeling that he was filling the intellect with power and clarity, wisdom. So everything became clear. And then that same flow goes through the sanskars and brings the best sanskars to the surface. So there's some purification happening. And the effect of that is sort of peace and happiness in the mind. And then what happens is that because of the past sanskars and so on, we're so used to being in control of our own processes, then I take charge again and Baba goes to the side. Then I remember, no, let Baba have a direct influence in me. And it was such a powerful, beautiful experience of, I guess, the experience in the mind, which is the experiencing part of the self, was just real happiness, bliss maybe. So how can we keep such experiences more constant? Because we can see the light, the light's there. The light is in this. Let me do it more. But then other things come up and we've put that to the side because we have to give more attention to something.
One time Dadi Gulzar said that when they worship, like whenever they say you have to worship, if you have Shivling at home, you have to water it 11 times. And Dadi Gulzar used to say, you worship your body minimum 11 times, right? You start with a cup of tea, right? In the morning. Some don't, but at least water. These days they say drink it. So she said, water, tea, food, snacks, at least 11 times you are worshipping your body or giving to your body. Even 11 times, if you not only properly remember Baba, only Baba, it's like you are worshipping Shiva. And she said by the evening, you will feel it's consistent. So for consistent also, you say 11 times or traffic control every hour. That is also something very good. So if every traffic control, I am practicing what like you saying, to feel the flow of love and power, light from Baba. So if I'm doing every traffic control, it will be consistent, right? Because many new ones, the day before somebody saying, I want to, only wish I could remember Baba every moment. I said, first to every traffic control. So you will at least know you are consistent, right? 12 hours or whatever. So to be consistent, you have to fix certain timing and do it that. The influence effect of that will continue. But if after 4 hours I say, oh my goodness, I forgot, after 5 hours, that's not consistent. So when you say more attention, so we can think of either while giving to the body or while we are 1 hour traffic control, something has to be fixed. Then will be feeling of being consistent.
Once we had an experience, Daddy Ji was invited to Hyderabad in Andhra Pradesh I think it was been 25 years of service or something. Maybe it was another date, but so she invited a group of foreigners to go with her. And she must have, I guess, visited about 6 or 7 places during a day.
Mm.
And the traffic in Hyderabad is like terrible, horrible. And so we were going in a sort of a committee with her in other cars and just going from one place to the other and then another place to the other, an inauguration here, an interview there, a dinner here, and then in the evening at a public program. So by the time we got back to the center in the evening, we must have spent, we visited 6 places and must have spent about 6 hours in the traffic or more. And we were all exhausted. You know, the forests were all absolutely exhausted. We looked at Daddy and she was just as fresh as she had been in the morning. And someone asked, Daddy, how do you manage to keep so fresh after everything that you've done today? And she looked at us and said, what did I do? It seemed like her ego was absolutely not involved in everything. So part of this equation that we're talking about, not just the connection with Baba, but being beyond your own ego and being an instrument of Baba during the day, and that keeps you well also and consistent, isn't it?
Not only ego, but you are saying it, and wherever we go, they tell us only 2 programs, but one is on the way, one is only 1 minute, so they keep adding, because I was supposed to go. And by the time we came to know, they had finalized 2 programs, but there were 7, 8 programs. But what happens that our tiredness begins already from the beginning. So many places, so many different dinner here, dinner. They don't listen. They just fix program. So you're making yourself tired. You know, oh, now again, I have to come off the car. And those who are with us saying, why don't you say no? Why you agree? You always plan this way. So this goes on, and that makes us so tiredness, right? But if we say, okay, let's do it, continue, let's do it. So our feelings, have to be very stable, and, it's just giving happiness. They say, when else will you come? It's not you going to come again. They have their own thinking, and so, yeah. Never look tired, right? I always say, Raj Yogi, their faces should always be fresh, right? So never be tired. Again, that's what the Janki says, why should your face has the feelings come on the face, right? So each one of us, we have to keep aim to always be happy, always be well. Don't waste your energy into wasteful thoughts and feelings also.
And the real way to correct people is not to make them unhappy,
Mm.
but to make them happy. Is that right?
See, how will they change? Either they get power or in happiness, right? You didn't give any. And if there is no power, rather whatever power they have, they lose it. So yeah, everyone is learning to be better and better, to say things, do things in a way which brings happiness and power. So transformation can happen,
Yeah.
right? We don't say what's the time. Yeah. So you all are okay? Avyakti Parivar is okay? Yes? Very good. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So before we move forward, we would like to you all see our Peace Village gathering. We have a big gathering here from all over whole region. So would like to say hello to everyone. Spotlight.
They will come.
Oh, I see. There we are.
Can you put it on the screen?
Oh, there we are.
Everyone say hello. Can you put the gallery view so they can see? Hello. Thank
How
you.
many of you are part of Avyakti Parivar? Many of you. That's good. So today, Vyakt and Avyakt, they both are meeting.
Vyakti Parivar.
Vyakt Parivara, Vyakti Parivara. So next few days we'll be having this meeting, and wherever we can, Vyakti Parivar will also join. So before I invite everyone for remembering Baba and taking Drishti from Didi, just to go through tomorrow's program. Tomorrow is Thursday. So we'll be having our Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening, 5 to 6 p.m. English Sakar Murli. Together with that, in breakout room, Avyakti Children Murli class, 6 o'clock Bhakti will start, followed by in this series. Tomorrow is Bhog. So Mohini Didi will be offering Bhog, and it will be here in Peace Village with the whole gathering here. So it will be a very, very special Bhog. And then we'll having this series, Chit Chat, Avyakti Journey. So now I invite everyone, please turn on your video, and here also everyone will remember Baba, will have wonderful experience together, take Drishti from Didi, and then we will do our Avyakti journey, Avyakt Murli and meditation. Om Shanti.
खुशियों से भर दी जिंदगी हमारी आपकी बलिहारी प्रभु आपकी बलिहारी खुशियों से भर दी जिंदगी हमारी खुशियों से भर दी जिंदगी हमारी आपकी बलिहारी प्रभु आपकी बलिहारी आश पूरी कर दी आपने हमारी आश पूरी कर दी आपने हमारी आपके आभारी हम आपके सृष्टि सारी आपने सवार दी सृष्टि सारी आपके आभारी हम आपके आभारी खुशियों से भर दी जिंदगी हमारी खुशियों से भर दी जिंदगी हमारी आपकी बलिहारी प्रभु आपकी बलिहारी आश पूरी कर दी आपने हमारी आश पूरी कर दी आपने हमारी आपके आभारी हम आपके आभारी खुशियों से भर दी जिंदगी हमारी।
Om Shanti. Om. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Mohini Didi, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Mohini Devi, Om Shanti.